Grab the tissues as we watch these heartwarming moments as soldiers reunite with their loved ones after months apart. Kevin missed his mother very much, so after a long time on Navy duty, he was finally reunited with her, which was such a wholesome moment. Angie's son's homecoming was one of her favorite memories since he surprised her with his sudden appearance after nearly 2 years of being away, and her reaction was hilarious. After a long deployment of 267 days, Brittany's husband finally reunited with his family, and his children hugged him with much delight and excitement. Jesse's homecoming was a nice surprise for his mother, Jessica, since she had been missing him for such a long time, so she was so happy when he returned home for 2 weeks to spend time with the family. Bea felt extremely happy when her husband returned from his military duty before their baby's birth, and they shared a very wholesome hug. The best gift Ken got was when his son was finally home after his Marine deployment, and he was so excited to finally have his boy home. Lizeth and her husband were reunited after nearly 9 months of his deployment, and they both embraced one another affectionately. Katie's husband arrived home after a 4-month deployment and surprised his grandmother, and her reaction was priceless. Kresha shocked her best friend with her unexpected homecoming from deployment, which made her very thrilled, and she hugged her with much happiness. Laura's husband stunned his children with his unexpected homecoming from deployment, and he also met his 3rd daughter for the first time and held her so lovingly. Aaron's husband finally arrived home and surprised their kids after being away for 2 months due to deployment, and it made their faces bright with joy and affection. This woman and her Marine son stunned their family with his reunion after over a year of not seeing him, which was one of their best moments. It was an emotional moment when Michelle's husband finally reunited with his 18-month-old daughter after being on military deployment for the last 6 months, and their boys hugged him with great excitement. Said's husband surprised his parents with an unexpected homecoming after nearly 18 months of military deployment, and his mother's reaction was hilarious. Nabil's husband finally returned home after his 1-year deployment was over and embraced his children, hugging them adorably and stating how much he had missed them. When McKinley's husband returned from his 8-month military duty, her dog's excitement was so adorable. After a 10-month deployment, Taisha's husband was reunited with his family, and their young daughter's reaction was the cutest. Emily surprised her daughter after a year of deployment in the military, and her daughter's reaction was amazing. Caroline eagerly ran and hugged her father after his unexpected arrival from a 9-month military assignment, which was so lovely. Destin's husband's return from military deployment was very sweet, as their son ran joyfully and hugged him with great happiness and excitement. Emily surprised her daughter after a year of deployment in the military, and her daughter's reaction was amazing. Macy's husband's unexpected homecoming after a 3-month military deployment pleased her and brought smiles to her face. It was so sweet when Danielle's girls ran joyfully and greeted their dad following his surprise homecoming from his 8-month military duty. Bella was finally reunited with her family, and her mother's excitement was lovely as she had missed her so much. Devin had the sweetest birthday surprise ever when her parents and little Marine brother surprised her after 7 months of deployment. Ness surprised her best friend when she returned from a 5-month military deployment, and her reaction was priceless. Tyler surprised his daughter Olive at school after returning home from a 7-month deployment in the Middle East, and she hugged him lovingly. After the longest 7 months of her life, Mia shocked her best friend by returning from the army, and her friend joyfully hugged her. After not seeing each other for 7 months, Sigal surprised her daughter at her army camp, and the 14-hour journey was worthwhile, as her daughter gave her a sweet embrace. It was so sweet when this military woman surprised her little sister when she returned from her deployment and hugged her with delight and affection. Alo stunned her mother with her unexpected homecoming after 6 months of army duty, and they hugged each other so lovingly in this wholesome moment. Jojo shocked his mother with his homecoming from the army after 7 long months, and it was such a happy moment for the family. It was a remarkable moment when Bianca's brother arrived home after being stationed in Japan and surprised her sister before her graduation.
This is reunite. Everyone give it a round of applause. She thought she was getting a computer mark, so you're going to have to buy her a computer.
If you have enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this one as well.